This is Matt for Into Boxing. I'm delighted to be joined by Spencer Oliver. Spencer, huge fight this weekend. Talk to me about Chris Eubank Jr., Liam Williams here in Cardiff.
Listen, Matt, looking forward to it, mate. Like the build-up's been brilliant. I think that Eubank Jr.'s sort of been niggling away, trying to get inside the head of Liam Williams. See Liam here yesterday, actually, but he's taking it all in his stride. If anything, it's just motivating him even more in the Metropolitan Arena, which is literally like 10 metres there. They're going to blow the roof off this place, so he's going to have a big home advantage, Liam Williams. This fight's closer than what a lot of people are giving it credit for. I fancy Eubank to probably win the fight. I think he'll grind out that win, but it's not a foregone conclusion, this one. Like, Liam Williams is, one, he's a great fighter, and two, he's pumped up like mad. And there's a lot on the line, because both guys here, you know, like, a loss here is really damaging at this stage of their career. Williams coming off that defeat against Andrade, you know, and Eubank's now teaming up with Roy Jones and recognising that he needs a win now. He's lost all those big fights, Billy Joe Saunders, George Groves. He's lost the big ones. Now he needs to win this. It's a crossroads fight for both guys. Don't know where the loser goes, if I'm honest.
Yeah, that was sort of leading on to my next question. I was going to say, who's this fight more important to win for? Chris? Is it for Liam? But then you think, where do either of them go? So is it equal on both sides?
100%, and I think they both recognise that. You know, they both need the victory here. They're both going to come with a game plan. You know, I think Eubank Jr.'s got Roy Jones in his corner, and we've seen Eubanks trying to do stuff and emulate some of the stuff that Roy Jones has been putting in there, but it hasn't really clicked yet. Now, I've got to tell you, he's got to get that right tomorrow night, because if he don't, he's in serious trouble. I think that Adam Booth is with Liam Williams now. I think he's going to come with a good game plan. He's a great trainer. So, there's a lot. I think that psychologically, there's a lot going into this one, because Liam's got to keep his cool. Eubanks knows that. Eubanks trying to get under his skin, etc., etc. But game plans are important as well.
Do you think Adam Booth will have Liam come out and try and maybe implement his jab, box a little bit more, and try and make him establish, you know, like a lead and push him back a little bit and use his footwork?
Yeah, listen, I think that he needs to break the rhythm of Eubank. He can't allow Eubank to get in any sort of rhythm, throwing those combination punches, tying him up inside. He needs to be a little bit rough and tumble. He needs to sort of take Eubanks out of his stride if he's going to win this contest. I think that, you know, trying to sort of outbox Eubank might not work. I think, but what we have seen with Eubank, we saw it in the past with, let's use George Groves as an example. Eubank can get tough. He can get tough. Let's see one of the girls here. Eubank can get what can you do? Yeah, Eubank can. And him. I'm getting surrounded. What's going on? Yeah, so I think Eubanks can. Hey, Johnny, come and Johnny, jump into this one quickly. Because he don't really know much about what he's talking about. He just goes off what I say anyway. So I think
he said.
Yeah, I think Eubanks can get tough, and he's going to have to in this fight. It's one of those fights there's going to be a few twists and turns.
Johnny, Eubanks Williams, talk to me about the main event, and who's this more important for? Who's got the most to gain?
First of all, yesterday when we were filming, I was in a t-shirt and he was all wrapped up and everything. Now I've wrapped up like an Eskimo, so something's
right
not
now. No, do you know what it is? Because I get the protocols. I ask them where we're filming, what we're doing. This is my hotel, yeah. Not literally. This is my hotel. And he said we were filming downstairs in there. So you know what I done?
Everybody's here, man.
You know what I done? So you got virtually naked when we was filming outside, yeah. When we was filming outside. Now we're filming inside. He's come in dressed like an Eskimo. I'm like, you know what I mean?
I just got it wrong.
You just got it wrong.
What's the question?
Liam Williams versus Chris Eubank Jr.
Who wins?
Who wins and who's got the most to lose?
Obviously Chris. Chris is listen, Liam, Chris is favourite. That's what you look like. You look at Chris has boxed and you think to yourself, for Chris to lose, you know, he wants that golden goose. He wants that Triple G fight. He wants something like that of that level. Liam just had a crack at it, the title, didn't get it. So now Liam wants to get himself back into contention again, get himself back in position. Two different styles of fighting, two different styles of characters. One can box, one can fight. They both can do a bit of the other. So it's a case of, can Liam talk him into having a tear up, because that's the best chance Liam's got.
I think it's fair to say in it that the loser here probably is going to find it very hard to come back at this stage of their career.
At this level.
And at this level. And I think where they're at in their careers, it's all about, will they want to compete at a lower level? So there's a lot on the line for both guys.
And there'd been more noise if Chris lost rather than if Liam lost. No disrespect to Liam, because Chris, the fights has been in, the caliber of performance he's boxed, there'd be more noise and more of an eyebrow raise. You know, could got turned over. But then, you know, he could walk away from a game and it wouldn't make that much of a financial difference to him because he's a kid that's born with it all anyway. Be a good fight. It'd be a good fight. I would side towards Chris, even though Liam's my boy, and he's from the gym, so you got to bet your own. But I would side towards Chris to pull the fight off. It's a case of if he disrespects Liam and thinks he's a pushover, then he's playing right into Liam's hands.
Absolutely. Can I just get quickly both your opinions on Clarissa Shields? She's come to the UK. I've been looking forward to seeing her. She's shone in the open workout. She's been brilliant all week. How excited, we'll start with you, Spencer, how excited are you for seeing her in action on Saturday night?
She's got an aura about her, you know. I think that there's not many times the fighters come around where they've got that sort of aura where you go, yeah, she's a superstar. And I think that we'll see that tomorrow night. Emma Cozen's a good fighter, she's a tough fighter. I think actually stylistically she's perfect for her. She's quite flat-footed, she'll stay in front of Clarissa. Clarissa likes to throw loads of punches. You see, I've done my homework, right? And I'm really looking forward to seeing Clarissa Shields box, if I'm honest, because she's a standout for me in women's boxing.
Adam used a word, and I'm going to use it all week for Clarissa. Stardust.
Yes.
You know when you go somewhere and you see a fighter, there's something special about that fighter. You know wherever he or she is in the room, no matter what style of you knew, you know that person's a superstar. She is a superstar, and she will only get bigger and become a bigger superstar. But when you're around somebody like that, you just think there's something special. That's Stardust, man. There's something special about her.
There's been something about her all week, even in the interview she's done and everything.
Adam.
Is that what your homework's been?
Adam, he said, absolute Stardust.
Adam Smith?
Oh, yeah. You know he says that word like... you know he says
but he
that
never
word
comes
like,
out with any good words.
Yeah, he says that word like plephory. I would never use that.
What is that?
Plephory.
What's that mean?
Wow.
Plephory is champions.
What's that mean?
A lot.
But she's class. She's pure class.
And finally, let's just talk about the big heavyweight fight that looks like it's coming up. Dillian Whyte finally going to get his
nervous in the presence of greatness. Oh, where are you going?
Dillian Whyte versus Tyson Fury. The fight he's wanted for many years, Dillian Whyte. Now it looks like he's finally going to get his crack at it. Spencer, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, I'm pleased about that, if I'm honest. He deserves the crack. He's been waiting a long time. Everyone wants to see that fight. And do you know what? Actually, that fight is more attractive to me than Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. Yes, all the belts are on the line, but stylistically, it's not a great fight to watch. That would be for the purists. Two boxers don't really gel too well together. So I'm really looking forward to Dillian Whyte because he can bring it, and I'll tell you what, he can bang, and that makes him dangerous. And he's been waiting for that opportunity, so I'm looking forward to it.
And until this fight came about, Tyson Fury was the only name that wasn't on Dillian Whyte was the only name that wasn't on the lips of Tyson Fury until this fight's come about. And so you can't ignore it. Because I thought after Fury beat Wilder 3 times, the way he did, I thought, you know what? Like it or not, this guy is the best heavyweight in the world, officially. And he's proved that. So you can't knock him. Who else is going to create such a bar? I don't know, him fighting AJ. But now AJ's being turned over. Does that affect the value, the excitement, the intrigue of the fight? Who else is going to generate that between him and AJ or him and Wilder? Then Fury's come along. Then Whyte's come along. Look at the bids, cracked all records. What is it? 41 million.
41 million, record-breaking person.
So therefore, he's done it again. Done it Tyson Fury and another being Dillian Whyte. Would that have happened with any other fighter bar? Anthony Joshua, Usyk, for the purists, we love that. But no, and Tyson Fury again, he's created a little bit of something. So again, it's a good fight to watch.
Just quickly, because I know you've said before, I think you fancied AJ to beat Tyson Fury. I think you said that quite openly. Now that obviously Joshua's lost to Usyk, whether that be clash of styles or whatever it is, do you still have that opinion that Joshua would beat Fury?
No, man. Listen, because
Joshua's got to prove himself again now.
Joshua's got to fix himself. He's got to get his edge back. He's got to get his that coarseness,
that rawness. He's got to get the rawness back. That fire in his belly.
But the thing is, both he and Dillian had that rawness, and it became refined and that's why they suffered loss in their career. They need to get that rawness back, and actually Tyson Fury has the rawness and the boxing ability with it. So I'm not saying AJ can't turn it round, I'm saying he can. But right now, for me to say, you know what, I've got to say Joshua beat Fury, nah, I can't say that, man, because Fury's proved it all. He's answered all the doubters, you know, he's put everybody in their place and say that, so officially he's the best fighter in the world. And until that time comes about, then we can have a normal conversation and say, well, but AJ's got to get himself back again. And I actually think AJ has the ability to get the win back from Usyk. You know, it's a case of how he goes out with this again.
Refined, I'm going to use that all week. I like that.
God damn. Did I just do that?
That you did. You must have nicked it from somewhere, but it's good. Yeah.
Spencer Johnny Nelson, thanks for talking to Into Boxing.
Nice.
Appreciate